My name is Jack Hanney, and welcome to this week's edition of The Insider. The NASDAQ last week dropped over 1,000 points in a single day of trading. The NASDAQ and the tech sector is looking a lot like back in 2020, just ahead of COVID. An inflation surge, many are saying, could cause a rotation out of tech and into physical gold and silver. Now, keep in mind, in 2000, the NASDAQ lost 60% of its value. 60%. One thing retail investors don't consider is if a stock is to lose 50% of its value, it doesn't just require gaining another 50% to rebound and make you whole. Once a stock loses 50% of its value, it has to gain 100% of its value to make you whole. If a stock is $100 a share and it loses 50% of its value and it's at $50 a share, it needs to gain 100% of then its current value, another $50 to make you whole. And this is a huge concern. Vanguard and Goldman warned of a lost decade ahead for stocks due to the frothy valuations and the last 12 years of easy money and low interest rates. Many are concerned the Fed could be raising rates at its next Fed meeting due to the inflation pressures with the war in Iran and the closing of the Strait of Hormuz. Forecasts for gold now are $6,500 to $7,000 an ounce in 2027 and 2028. So many are anticipating a pretty consistent 25% gain in gold, as we've seen over the last 25 years. Now, keep in mind, gold has more than doubled the performance of the S&P since 2000, and gold has averaged 20% yearly gains over the past 25 years. So with concerns about the stock market, with concerns about the war in Iran, with inflation pressures and the cost of food, energy, healthcare, and insurance pushing the real rate of inflation up to around 8%, retail investors are rotating out of tech and into physical gold and silver. I am not a certified financial investment advisor, nor do I give tax advice. You can visit us at www.patriotgoldgroup.com or call 1-888-488-5190. Again, that's www.patriotgoldgroup.com or call 1-888-488-5190. Thank you, and I look forward to speaking with you next week on an episode of The Insider.